Yo, mic
Yes,
check one,
indeed.
two, 1, 2.
It's a
We
good
back.
mic check. Good mic check.
Yeah. We back at it. Session number 4, live session number 4, man. IOU Redemption Podcast. Tapping in, give you something to chew on, putting some fat on your brain a little bit. So we here, bro. We done made it to another week. God is good.
Another week.
Yeah,
Um, More time to talk to people about stuff,
definitely. Definitely.
and let's see if we can help some people today.
Definitely. We love the feedback. We love it when people ask questions or you chime in into the chat. We love it afterwards. Some of the conversations we've had throughout the week with some of our family members, friends, and people that reach out, people putting some things to work and they're starting to see successes. So that's what it's about right there. And what I'm saying, we find victory in that.
Major victories, major victories. So different people talk to me about stuff they've accomplished, using it in the process, reflecting on it to understand they may have been in a similar situation in the past and then took the knowledge that they gained from this and used it to make the situation different. So that's what I love about it.
Facts, most definitely. Oh, follow. Hey, happy belated birthday, bro.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah. Bro,
Yeah.
birthday was the other day. Uh, so what I mean, we're gonna jump right into it. We got some powerful things to talk about today, like always. And I don't want to waste no time. So, like always, we like to start it off with the IOU moments. So, what I'm saying? I would start off by jumping it off with my IOU moment. Something I want to give to people is I want to tell people that the importance of being versatile.
Yeah.
Always be versatile. You want to play the long game, right? Chess, not checkers. You're gonna have to be versatile. I think that, and last time we kind of went into it as far as a lot of our successes has come by because we're able to kind of code switch a lot. So it throw people off because they'll see us communicating, they'll see us be around, they'll see us talk around, they'll see our friends, different people from different walks of life. And I tell you, it's okay to have differences than other people. It's okay for people to not be from the same circumstances you, people be not from your same city, from your same hood, from whatever you got going on, from your same block, it's okay. Being versatile has helped me so much because I could code switch with the best of them. And I like to meet people where they are in a conversation, right? So if we plan, I mean, I play word games all day in corporate America, right? So we're using the long, big words, the big vernacular and everything. But then also I can have the simple conversation. Um, and I can also have the hood conversation, and it throw people off, but it's really a gift, and I tell everybody embrace it. And the only way you're gonna get that is by opening up your mind, opening up yourself to learn. And that's why you'll see, like I said before, I got friends that are 25 years old, friends that are 65 years old. It's all about being versatile and being able to relate to people and talk to people and communicate to people and meet them where they are. Um, so if you find yourself only being able to relate to people that's just like you or people that's just where you're from or think just like you, then you're doing yourself a disservice if you want that ultimate success, right? Because you're gonna have to be versatile with your thoughts. So that's something I want to give people. That's what I owe you. Just something to remember. Always be versatile.
Facts, facts. So I'm kind of coming back off of you with this type of IOU moment for myself. Know a little bit about a lot. Know a little about a lot, right? I'm bringing this up because I think that when we dropped that last session, um, higher education, PWIs versus HBCUs. I knew going into that a lot of people might think that this might not be for me because I ain't do the college route. I ain't go to college, and I want to open your mind up to what I'm about to tell you. And this is why my IOU moment is know a little about a lot. Never go into a situation where you only trying to grasp what you want to grasp for that moment.
Mm.
So when you go into any situation, you getting ready, like if you was gonna watch that video, you never went to college in your life. Watch the video, and not just this video, but any video. Watch it, learn about it, because what you want to do is you want to pick up any little thing you can get from whatever media you looking at. So if you're looking at that video, you never know what your career path might lead to later on down in life. You might end up wanting to teach some type of subject, and if you want to teach at a certain level, then you have to have some type of education to back you. You might be a person who didn't get your high school diploma. You want to go back. Those principles that we teach you in that drop we just made will help you understand how to study,
Yeah.
help you understand how to get the resources you need to get to, help you understand how to get through situations that are tough. That's the thing about it. And also I want to make note of this is that everybody wants to live in the moment and find out what they can get out of a situation. Sometimes you got to also be willing to take something from a situation and pass the information on to somebody else that you know needs it. You might not be going to college, but you might got a little cousin, you might got a little brother, a little sister, you might got an auntie, uncle, whoever it is. Somebody's gonna need your help. And this is the thing about it. We talk about influence a lot. I know I talk about it. How do you think you get influence? You get influenced by your knowledge. It ain't that's what they kind of call clout, but it's your knowledge. If I'm up and if somebody else see me up, or if they see I'm lit, or if they whatever it is, I want what he got. So when you start kicking that knowledge a little about a lot, you don't have to be a mastermind at just one thing. Just know something about everything. Guess what? People gonna always come to you for advice. They gonna what would he say about that? That's
Yep.
influence.
Yep.
So you gotta learn that. You can get a message out of every message that's
You
delivered.
know, you know what I be telling people sometimes? I be telling them like, I know I'm confident enough. I'm a smart guy in a lot of areas, right? So I'm confident in telling people when I don't know something. I'm okay
Yeah,
with not. I'll tell you, hey, educate me on that. You know what I'm saying? What
yeah,
you mean by that? Educate me on that. That don't make me a dummy, and that don't make you all knowing. No, but you may be more of a subject matter expert at that, and this is time for me to, listen a little bit, and I can
yeah,
learn what you know what I'm saying. So it's you spot on with that. Knowing a little bit about a lot.
yeah,
So, we're gonna get dive into that a little bit more. But before we get into a couple of these comments that I really want to chime in on, that's some good stuff in the comment section.
yeah,
Let's get into it, man. Hey,
yeah,
welcome back, y'all. We need y'all minds for the next hour. Let's
yeah.
do this. Let's do this. Yo. All right, so we're gonna jump right in. Let me see. Hold on, real quick. Swain put this in here. My boy Mike Swain. He said the ability to adapt and adjust in any situation doesn't mean you fake. That's
Yeah.
a bar. That's a bar.
Yeah, let's get on that just a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me hit on something on it. So I think that when you read this type of statement here, the ability to adapt and adjust, okay, and I can give you a little example about this. If you in any situation where now your life has progressed into a higher level, a higher state, and maybe let's say maybe you used to be the type that used to go to the club a lot. You like to party a lot, right? And
Mm-hmm.
now you've gotten to a state in your life where your goals and ambitions have shifted, and now you got to put different priorities ahead of other things. You might not be the person that's going to go out to the club every night, every weekend. You know, this is one of those points. Being able to adapt and adjust, right? That doesn't mean you fake. That doesn't
Oh,
mean when people come in, you don't, you might have to say no this time. And I think that's the biggest thing we face. People in every dynamic face this is that the ability to adjust and be able to be comfortable in your skin when you're doing something different than what everybody else used to you doing.
Or look, yeah, exactly. So if you know, it's knowing your audience too. So if you go to work, so the way I catch you on a Saturday night when it's just me and you might be different than when you go to work. That don't mean you faking it when you go to work, like, or you being a fake or a phony, or you ain't keeping it real. But mind you, it go back, play that. Don't be the Uncle Tom. We talked about that too.
Yeah.
But because there's just different layers to you, right? We're not going to talk the same way at home that we do at work. You don't talk to your parents the same way you talk to your homeboys and your homegirls. I would hope not. You get what I'm saying? It's the same thing with everything else in life. That don't mean you fake. That's actually maturity. So you know what I'm saying? Um, Bro put on there, he said, I'm 42. Only went to college for a little bit, but the last segment definitely taught me something. And bro, we appreciate that because like I said, we put ourselves out there. A lot of people are scared to tell their stories because it ain't perfect, right? We put our stories out there and we love to help people. So, you know what I'm saying? We glad that it helped, you know what I'm saying, as far as navigating and figure some things out, as far as school and just the outlook on it and being able to
Yeah.
kind of talk to the kids and everybody in the, whoever you come across. Um,
People read that title. People read that title and they just be thinking like, oh, it's college. It's about college. But the college is the thing, is the topic we're talking about. But the content inside of it is things about how do you face adversity? How do you like start over from doing something that you were the man on? How do
mhm,
you actually understand going into a new environment of how to deal with the cultural differences? You go
mhm.
into a business environment, guess what? You're gonna deal with a culture shock. They're gonna be doing nothing that you used to doing. You see what I'm saying? So it's you can't take the topic and think that that's all it's going to be about. You got to take the topic and say, okay, this is what they discussing. What is the journey within that topic, though?
Telling you, it's so much, bro. The value of a journey is crazy. I rarely care about the end result of anybody's story. I don't care if you got $10. I don't care if you got $10 million. I well, let me say the 10 million is what people would kind of get to, and they want to talk about the 10 million all day. I just want
Yeah.
the journey. Tell me the journey.
So I got something
Always
for that. Yeah.
teach me how to fish, man.
Yeah.
Teach
So
me how to fish.
I got something for that. So again, in the book that I'm reading right now, it's talking about communication and basically, okay, I'll tell you the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Mm-hmm.
How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie. The book, I'm at a chapter in the book where it's talking about that same thing that you just mentioned. A person with $10 and a person with 10 million, right? If you meet a person, let's say I had 10 million and everybody knew about it and now they want to come talk to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
The idea in their brain is to come talk to me because not because they're interested in the how I got the 10 million, but they're interested in knowing what I know so they can do what I did to get the 10 million or for me to give them some money. Okay. That's
Mm-hmm.
usually the two things. Okay.
Right.
But the best way and really the only way to get that person to do something for you is to win that influence from that person is to talk about something that they're enthusiastic about. Now,
Yeah.
if I got 10 million, that might mean that I love to get money. I love to the more expensive things, whatever you want to say. But what I'm saying is that approach that person and talk to them about their journey. Talk to them about something that gets them fired up. So if it's me, you can say, "Tell me what you know about computers." Don't talk about the 10 million yet. Talk about something that you know that person likes. And then sometimes you got to walk them down. You got to do your research on that person to see what are they really interested in.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
find out what they really interested in and you leave with that question, they're going to do all the talking. And all you're going to do is sit there and listen. They're going to think that you're so because people want to know, they want to talk about themselves. Okay?
Hey, a person to talk about themselves all
Yes.
day long.
They want to talk about themselves. So when you
Yes.
do that, they'll say you're the greatest person because you sat there and listened to them. And guess what? Without you even having to ask for that 10 million or whatever money, whatever you're trying to get, that person is going to offer it to you because they consider you a active listener. It
Yeah.
works.
Yeah. 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 So, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna back up a little bit. So, like we said earlier, Monday we dropped a video. We was talking about just we had a healthy dialogue on the HBCUs versus PWIs conversation. We talked a little bit about it last week, but Monday we really dove into it and really expounded upon it and really got into it. I encourage everybody to go check that video out, because it's not. I haven't seen a video like it. I wish we had it when we was coming up, um, and it's a good conversation from two brothers who went to one and one went to the other, and we made it work for ourselves. And we're speaking from real experiences, things that work. So go check out that HBCU versus PWIs videos. It's definitely
Yeah.
powerful. It's one of them videos. It's one of them for sure.
Yeah. But that, I guess that was kind of the recap of that, that episode. Basically telling you that if you didn't watch it, go watch it, because there's value in the content. It's not just about going to college. It's about the things you have to learn in the midst of that, what you have to do that need to change you on a level personally and professionally. That's what you're gonna get from that video.
Mm-hmm. Most
But
definitely. Go ahead.
today is just the open session. I need people. I want to get the people in the comment section that want to get some type of rebuttal out of us, some type of conversation. So
Yeah.
so this one, because we want to take it there, and this one is this video is about success, a deep dive into its many dimensions. And we bring this up because what is your definition of success?
Right.
It's that simple. What's your definition?
Right.
If I
'Cause- Go
Go
ahead.
ahead.
No,
Okay,
I was
if
just gonna say, because people don't understand this. People don't understand this. There's not one set that's like definition for success, right?
yeah,
What I may deem successful for me, what he may deem successful for him, what you may deem successful for you may be completely different.
yeah,
You know what I mean? But in order to you achieve any level of success, there's certain things that you're gonna have to do and and practice as a life principle in order to get whatever that
yeah,
is, whether it's something big, whether it's something small. But I think, I don't try to tell people how to be just like me. Um, and I don't try to be just like the next person. Um, and I don't
yeah,
like to, let myself down on it, right? Like I told you, like I've mentioned before, a lot of people don't understand. You break it down in the simplest thing. So if I'm a successful dog breeder, right? Let's say that. I love dogs, everything about them, study them, whatever. I'm a successful dog breeder. You see me making a bunch of money at it, right? You just do it. But guess what? You don't even like dogs. Might be allergic to dogs, never even had a dog. Then you're gonna try it out for 2, 3 months, right? It's not gonna work. And then you're gonna spread a bad thing like, hey, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 blah. No, you tried to look at what I was successful at and tried it for yourself. That's not what I'm saying. We all got our own greatness in us. You got to figure
yeah,
out what works for you. You know what I'm saying? But certain principles is whatever you want to do. So, you know, um, what did Ron put on there? He say people don't ever say teach me. They just want the fast route. Education is key. Exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Exactly. I don't got no get rich quick scheme. I could put you on a process. I could tell you about principles. But that's exactly it. We all run into those conversations. So like you can imagine, like, bro, you can attest to that. Like they just want you to give it to them now. They don't want
yeah,
you to tell them. You know what I mean? They think you're wasting their time and everything else. Like, no, I'm setting you up for the long ball by
yeah.
teaching you. I'm giving you the recipe.
Here's the thing about it though. This is what's funny about it. I do a lot of research, a lot of reading, man. I'm telling you. I want everybody else to do that too. Just read a book, man. Just try to do one book a month. It'll change your life. I'm
Yes.
telling you. But here's the thing. Look at all the celebrities out there who given like CT or CT ET,
Mm-hmm.
right? ET the
Eric Thomas.
Eric Thomas, Okay, look at him. He gave a speech, right? I like Eric Thomas. I mean, it ain't, I like him. I'll just leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you listen to his content and if you read books, you'll see similarities. I'll take you for example. In another book I'm reading, this one is called the something leadership principles by I, I don't know. I don't know the title, but it's one of my favorite authors. But in there, he talks about a time where this young kid goes up to Socrates and he says, the young kid says, Socrates, teach me about knowledge, or give me knowledge, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Socrates takes him over. He takes him to a lake or the water or whatever. And he dunk his head down, put him underwater, right? Pull him back up. And and Socrates like, basically he kept doing it. He kept dunking him in the water, pulling him back up, and like, okay, uh, how much do you want knowledge, right? He dunked him back in. He dunked him in so many times, brought him up to this. The last time he brought him up, the boy was gasping for air. And he's like, okay, so do you still want knowledge, right? And the boy's like, I just want air. So Socrates said, he said, he said, when you want knowledge as much as you want air,
Yeah,
then you'll get knowledge.
absolutely. You
You
got to
understand
want
what
it
I'm
as much as you
saying?
want to breathe. Yes, you got to
So
want
that's
that to breathe.
exactly.
Yes, yes.
So if you know ET, that's what he's doing right now. He's saying you gotta what do you say, Greg? Like you gotta want success as much as you want to
Want-
breathe,
Yeah, you
something
got to
like
want
that.
success as much as you want to breathe, like the air you breathe. Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to take it like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if you pay attention, a lot of these people be saying that like they don't want the education part of it, right? They just want the what do you do? Like what did you do? How did you do it? How you gonna give it to me? But the same people you watch on Instagram and the same people you will sit there and listen to, or for the entertainment purposes, they're actually teaching you. You see what I'm saying? They're actually teaching you, but you don't want to get the education part.
Yeah,
But if you go get the book, or if you educate yourself, then it's just like when you go to a class or a sermon at church or whatever. If you read the material before you go to the lecture, you're gonna totally understand it. You see what I'm saying?
definitely.
And I just think that a lot of people who be doing that, they want to get to the end point before you get to teaching. You make it harder on yourself.
I know it sounds like a cliche, but there's a process. Trust the process. Know that there's a process. There's value in the process. Swain say, he say, reading a book for show, but do you feel experiences could be more valuable than education? Absolutely, yes. At times, depending on the situation, because think about how much we've learned in our lives by just experiencing. I mean, it's a lot we've learned by not a formal education, by not sitting in a classroom. Life is going life, right? Life
Yeah,
is going life. You can go through experiences, good and bad. I've watched people fail and not go that route because I watched another man fail, right? So most definitely, one, you should always, like you say, read. You can
yeah.
definitely read books. I just finished Never Finished by my boy, what's the name? I'm having a brain fart
You
because
talking about Goggins?
definitely just finished Never Finished by Goggins this morning.
Yeah,
Uh, hey, I like when he be telling me like stay hard. You
yeah.
if you never got into David
Some
Goggins, he different, man. He different. He
some people
different.
it might be a little bit too hard though, but David Goggins is good. Yeah.
Yeah. I just it's
So
all the cussing and stuff to it, but it's soldier, man. But what you feel about what Swain was saying?
so this is my take on it. Get this. Your personal experiences is why you choose education in the first place. Think about it.
Mm,
You experience, okay, for me, I experienced seeing what I seen in the hood.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to college. I can't do that. I'm going to college.
Hey,
That say less. You know what I'm saying? I seen what happened to him. I seen what that led to. I'm going to college. So I totally agree that experiences are far more valuable than education. Now, I'm not saying that it's more valuable in the sense that you shouldn't pursue it. I'm saying that your experiences will lay the foundation of what decisions you make. You see
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? What you go through will make a lifetime impact on what you choose to do in the future. See what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah. Most definitely. Hey, Paul say what he say. He say my life situations definitely made me be a bit.
Yeah.
Definitely. You
Facts.
can, you got to sit back and really look at something. That take maturity, and that shows growth in itself.
Yeah.
That shows growth in itself. When you sit back and look at the situation you in, whether you was right, wrong, whether it was a good
Yeah.
situation or a bad situation, you can learn from both of them.
Yeah.
and get that wisdom, get that game. You know what I mean? So that you don't make that same mistake, or you're able to help that next generation, or that brother or that sister or your child or somebody. You know what I mean? As you get older, you shouldn't get dumber. You know what I mean?
No, you get better
Close.
with time.
You should get better. You should get better and better and better with time. And that's why a lot of people has always told us, like, man, y'all wise for y'all age. This is not just conversations that once we got in our 30s that we heard. You know what I mean? Like,
Why do you think people say that? Like we wasn't that old people saying that. But
yeah,
that
because we was already applying stuff like, nah, I ain't going over there. Nah, I don't want to do that. Or we
you
was just
you
moving
see it.
different.
You move
Yes.
you pull it in as a sponge. That's the
Yes.
thing that people miss. It's not just your experiences, it's what you've experienced through your eyes. Like if you don't, you're not gonna experience everything. If you banking on experiencing everything for yourself, you're gonna be so immature because you only get better with time. You see what I'm saying? When I was young, I learned through my eyes. Those were my experiences. I didn't have to be embodied, physical body to experience them. My eyes experienced them. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 So Coons chiming in. Hey, that's my boy right there.
But
Shout
what's
out
the
to Jack.
definition of success? You want to give yours, or what you want? You want me to get mine first?
I would just say this, and I'm gonna let you get into it.
Yeah,
Um, my definition of success is it's hard to kind of put it into one thing. I look at it from the principle standpoint. I look at it from um, in order to be the recipe for me, you gotta have discipline. Um, you gotta have discipline. You have to have focus. You have to have accountability.
yeah,
You have to have a realistic approach about your situation and an honest approach about what that is. Whatever it is, be honest about it. Don't
yeah,
lie to you. The rest of the world gonna do that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? The rest of the world gonna do that. Don't tell you yourself like I'm doing enough and you know you're not doing enough.
yeah,
Don't tell yourself that I'm putting in the work and you know you could have put in a little bit more work. You knew you could have got up a little earlier. You know you could have stayed up a little late. You know you could have studied. You
yeah,
know, okay, if you didn't have time to do to sit down and read a book, you could do an audio book while you're driving in the car. Stop making those excuses. So I look at that when I look at success, right? Um, I had my definition of success, and my definition changes because it goes with my goals and different things
yeah,
as I get older and what I accomplish. And we're always level setting, right? The more I go up and the more we achieve, we may challenge that a little bit, right? So when somebody may see us, they say, man, y'all successful, y'all this, that, and the third. But in our mind, we already working on 2, 3 other things, right?
yeah,
We grateful for it, but we like, all right, bet. Okay,
yeah,
cool. We can't get so stagnant or complacent into that. So I just tell people bigger than anything before I let you get at it, bro, is that the definition of success is different upon everybody. Somebody out there may define success as this. Because everybody doesn't want to be a millionaire. Everybody doesn't
yeah,
want to be rich and famous. That's real talk. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Somebody's definition of success may be the first person to move out their grandma house and get their own apartment.
Facts.
Because generations never got out of grandma house. So they might be the first
Yep.
they want to be the first one to get out of grandma house and get their own spot to live. And guess what? And they can work a 9 to 5. They don't need no big old money. They just need
Yeah,
enough money to keep them happy and support the lifestyle they want to live. So they might be able to support the clothes that they want to do, the food that they want to
yep,
eat, get a nice little car to just get them from A to B. But they got out of grandma house and they got their own place away from everybody else that's still in grandma house. And that's their definition of success. But
yeah,
guess what? As easy as that may seem for some people struggle with just that. But guess what? In order to even get out of grandma house, you still gonna have to dedicate yourself to something. You're still gonna
yeah,
have to stay focused. You're still gonna have to do all that. You can't run from the principles of it. I don't care how big or how small that success definition is. You know what I mean? So, if I say I want to be rich or whatever else, um, and I don't think I've ever even said those exact type of words. I just know the lifestyle I want to live, and you got to make some money to live it. And I got to put myself in a position to make that type of money. And there's
yeah.
certain conversations I don't want to ever have with my kids or, what I'm saying, with my family. So,
That's what I like. I like that.
you feel me, bro? That's gonna come. But I never had a dollar amount like, oh, I want to make 63 million. Um, or whatever else. No, I keep putting these principles and processes and things in there, and
Yeah.
it grows, man. People, we getting a lot of we getting a lot of feedback. I love that. I love to see it. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, the rich ain't guaranteed. Where we at? Yeah, yeah, you're right. Um, we are as Americans. I work with a guy, and he's a I won't put his name out there, but he's a minimalist. And I've said this before. Um, what that means is, and I don't know the pure definition of it, but I know the high level of it.
You live
We
off the
all
minimums.
he live off the minimal stuff, like certain amount of t-shirts, couple pair of jeans, certain couple, maybe a couple coats, maybe one coat. It's just not, we all, for the most part, most of us are living with way more than what we really need. So
Yeah.
you know and that said it. So what's your definition of success, bro?
Yeah.
I know
So
I know you've been chomping at the bit. Go ahead.
no, so I'm not no minimal. Whatever minimalist, whatever it is, I'm that's not me. I like the
Hmm.
finer things in life. So I'm gonna tell you what my definition of success is. My definition of success is getting out the hood. Success. I got out the hood and I ain't never going back. Success. Um,
Hmm.
I got chips. I got money in my pocket. Success. I can go on a lot and I can get pretty much whatever car I want. Success. My kids, I know we can walk out the house and we can go wherever we want to go eat. Success.
Mm.
I was able to buy my wife a ring. Success.
Hmm.
I was able to buy this house, a different house. Success. I'm able to help. I'm able to help my friends and people get jobs,
What
get
we
out the
doing right
hood,
now? What we
do
doing right
this,
now? This is
do
success.
things like this. Success.
This is
My
success.
definition of success doesn't just go towards monetary things. I really get joy, like I really get joy from helping other people. You see what I'm saying? That's success. Me being able, and then what I said, influence. Me being able to have influence where people can come to me and wholeheartedly think that what I'm going to tell them is going to work or is going to help them. That's success. You see what I'm saying? Now, the other side of this is that this is how it's all about your rich life. You understand what I'm saying? What is your rich life? I'm gonna tell you what my rich life is, and this is how I do. I want everybody to do this right here. Look, I got two things to make, 2 points. People, when I used
Yeah.
to work, when I used to drive my car to work to a job site, I hear people saying this all the time. I'm gonna buy my house where in the same like 10, 15 minutes from my job. And I always try to tell people, why you doing that?
Live where you want to live.
Live where you want to live. Because look,
Yep.
when that company decide you gotta go, guess what? They ain't gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna pay off your house too, and then you can move where you want to go." No, they're gonna say, "Pick up the pieces. Here's your slip. We're gonna escort you out the door. Whatever you gotta do, your next job you getting, and this is 2 hours, an hour away. Guess what? They ain't paying for that gas money. You gotta pay for it. So stop doing that. Stop putting your house in vicinity of where you work and put it where you want to live. What's your
Yep.
rich life? The
It's
next point. Go
it's worth
ahead.
a couple. It's no, I'm
Yeah.
just saying it's worth a couple more minutes in the car.
Yeah. Work.
Most definitely.
Listen. Live where you want to live. Be comfortable. The key to this is do your kids have a cul-de-sac or a yard or whatever to play in, a nice playground? Is they safe? That's the key part. If I got to drive and they good, I got to drive somewhere. Success. A
Yeah.
success. Okay. This is my rich life. I know I want to go out to eat. If I want to go to Papa Do's 7 times a week, I'm going to Papa Do's 7 times. If I want to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm not cutting back on nothing. I don't cut back on anything. Nobody in this house cutting back on nothing. If we got 99 subscriptions of Netflix, if we got 30 pair of Jordans, if we
Yeah.
got steak on this day and shrimp on this day, we're not cutting back on nothing
Yeah.
because the point is that y'all must like doing that. We
It
not
go, bro. It go right into what Coons just said right there. That's real talk what Kun said.
Exactly. So we talking about taking control of your life. We talking about whatever it is that you like to do. I don't care what it is, whatever your thing is that you do. I like gold. I like to have my truck. I like to have my RV. I like to have my house clean every week.
Mm-hmm.
A cleaning service come in and clean it. I do those things, and what I do, I tally up all my expenses for the month, and whatever that number is, I go get it.
Yes.
I don't
Look,
cut back on anything.
look, let me get some of this, man. Let me get some of this. Let me get some of this. So listen, I told Alex this. I told Alex this some years back, bro, because you know, with so if you know me, you know my hands is a little everywhere, right? So you do the, I'm gonna just talk about the
Yeah,
landscape side of it. We talk about the corporate America side of it. I'm gonna get on the landscape side of it. So I've taught her so much about it. Uh, and other women, I would just say that have said like, "Oh, that's a man's job. Why he
yeah,
got you doing this or that?" Right? I remember telling her we was downtown Louisville. We went out of town. We downtown Louisville at a high rise, fine dining, looking over the entire city. And I said, I heard that conversation with somebody tried to be careful what you let people put in your ear
yeah.
because I'm like, when was the last time that um, I ever told you no for anything? When the last time I ever said we couldn't afford something
Yeah,
or we couldn't go somewhere? Um, we put it on the map. We put it on our schedule and we just go do things. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
that level of definition of success, like you're saying. And I find value in that. You know what I mean? That's very successful to me. Now,
Exactly.
to some people, you know, it just depends on what you got going on. But I find success in that because it's not hand to mouth. Like you get what I'm saying? It's putting the work in, earning a life for yourself that you can live with, something that you feel worthy of, which you can
Yeah.
call success, and living in that. And you got to know what that looks like.
See,
Um,
most people get this confused. This success doesn't equal money. Like
yes,
that's not
no,
when you think of success, you shouldn't think of money. That's not what we saying. You got to understand this. Success means if I got out of if even if you is living at your grandma's house still, whatever, but you want to be where you can be a manager at Burger King or something, right? I don't care. Maybe that's your definition of success. But what we're saying is you have to get comfortable with a goal that you set, and then you have to follow through on that.
be disciplined enough to follow through on it, man.
When
That
you
feels so
follow
good.
through, yes, when you follow through, that is success. So
Yes,
we're talking about the key ingredients to success. And this is what when you think of success, this is what you should think about. First of all, determination and passion. Okay. Whatever it is that gets you fired up, whatever it is that you determined to do, I don't care what you like. If there was ever something you can think about that you were determined to do, I bet you did it because ain't nothing gonna stop you from doing it. I'm doing this. If something happened to
listen,
something happened, anything,
look, even if you don't want to do nothing at all, if you choose to be a bum, it takes effort to be a
yeah,
bum.
you
You have to,
determine. You're
you're
gonna do
determined,
it.
you're determined to do absolutely nothing. You're determined to be a professional screw up. Like that
Yeah,
in itself is discipline, but using it the wrong way. You
and
get
guess
what I'm
what?
saying? You
Yeah, and
choosing to
guess
stay on that couch. You choosing to not get a job. You choosing not to have any
yeah,
goals or do anything with yourself. So
and you got to have willpower, self discipline.
absolutely, man.
Self-discipline. We talking about determination. We talking about willpower, which is self-discipline. Whatever you doing, you got that determination. Guess what? Because you got the passion behind it, you probably gonna have willpower. If
Yes.
somebody try to come around and stop you from doing something, it ain't gonna matter
No.
because you got willpower, and then it leads to perseverance. If you got passion, if you got willpower, I'm gonna just say it like this: passion, no, determination, self-discipline, and an ongoing mentality to keep going, keep pushing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There ain't nothing that's gonna stop you. You see
No.
what I'm saying?
No. No. Because here's the thing. People got to get to this level too. I've remember calling you, and I've called you before and been like, I gotta tighten up. I'm slipping on this. You be like, what you talking about? I'll be
Yeah.
like, man, I'm doing this more than I should be doing, or I ain't doing this. But to the rest of the world, they're like, man, you own it. But I'm honest with me. I know I can
Yeah.
get more out of
Honest
me.
with yourself.
Yeah, and I don't mind talking about it either because again, I know who I am, and I'm cold blooded. And a part of that is being honest. Like, hey,
Yeah.
Greg, you could do more. G, tighten up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Refocus. Get back to you. You understand what I'm saying? The value is never lying to yourself and being consistent with your whatever you and write the stuff down. Write the stuff down what your definition of success is. Because again, you're not trying to be like me. I'm not trying to be like you. Um, we all got something great in us. And most of us kind of know what it is. We just scared, right? We're scared to go after it, or maybe don't have the amount of people around us that believe in us, or your circumstance may not seem ideal, but get it for yourself because you're not going to be able to redo this life over. You know what I mean? And it's okay if you around people and you're the only one that believe in you. That's okay. I'm telling you, there's plenty of times where I've been in situations where I'm the only person that see it and nobody's going to stop me from getting it. And I'll put it to you this way. I could say right now at 35 years old, there's nothing that I haven't gotten in life that I really wanted. So if I didn't get something, I ain't want it bad enough.
Yeah. That,
Everything I
that's what I'm
really want,
saying.
everything I really wanted, I've gotten. Right. So even at the
It's,
moment where I couldn't maybe afford it, my mindset is this:
yeah.
what can I do to afford it? Not like, oh, that's for him and that's not for me, right? Because you a man just like me, and I like something you got. Okay, cool. How can I afford it? That's my mindset with everything. How can I put myself in that position to get it? How can I afford it? What can I do? Okay, give me 6 months. Okay, give me a year. Okay, yeah. That give me something to work towards, and I love that, bro. I love hunting down a goal or a dream or something. You know what I mean? Setting something in that process of it that
Yeah.
being disciplined and you seeing what that is. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we've done that by playing sports, getting a house, having a family, being a husband, being a model citizen, all of that stuff. Being able to, even us being able to talk to our people, we have to go through some things, trust that process to be able to even to be on this aspect of it, to be able to talk on things we really know, not fortune cookie advice that we heard from somebody else or we're just guessing. You know what I mean? So, you know, it's crazy, bro. It's so much aspects to success as far as definitions, but the processes to anything successful is very similar. It's the foundation of it. Your definition may change who you are, but the foundation is the same.
I think that one thing that people have to really understand is what you said earlier is that your definition of success will change as you grow. And I'm gonna explain why.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna pull us back. I like to elevate people. I'm only here to elevate. I don't want people to be mediocre. I I'm sorry. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna pull you out of that thought of uh working at somewhere for under 15 an hour, 15 an hour. I'm not talking about it. I want you better because it's so much money and so much other, like, you can get money, you can get influence, you can get whatever you want out here. You got to go get it. I'm the one here that's going to talk to you about getting it because
Mm-hmm.
anybody else going to tell you. So this is the thing. This is why your definition of success will grow exponentially as you increase your personal development, your
Mm-hmm.
professional development, and your relationships. One, when you first coming out of your situation in the slums in the hood, like we was, my goal was to get out. Right? I need to get
Mm-hmm.
out of the 219.
Mm-hmm.
I love the 219. I got to get out. Okay. When I got out, success, right? But now, as we talk about never being stagnant, you always have to be thinking forward because if you're not moving, you just sinking. You believe it or not, you may think that, I got this going for myself, I done it, but I your your inner self is gonna hit a wall where you're like, I want to do something else. Because you got greatness inside of you. You see what I'm saying? So what's gonna happen is your definition of success, which once was just getting out of Hammond, is now going to evolve into something else because you've conquered that.
Yeah.
Once you conquer something, you're naturally going to want to evolve more.
Yes.
So that's why, like now right now in my life, my definition of success is being able to talk to people like this. I want to be able to grasp people globally and have them interacting with me, being a career coach and coming to me and asking for advice. And I'm able to give that to them and send people on their way to get the things that they want. That's the definition of success for me right now. When my kids get of age and start to get in college, my definition of success is going to be get them through high school, all the distractions, college,
Yeah.
everything, and see them
Hey,
on the stage. If I can see them on the stage and they walk across with a certificate or whatever they do, that's definition of success, and that success I haven't even thought about getting yet.
let me
You
get
see
some
what
of
I'm
this.
saying?
Yeah.
I got one more thing. One
Go
more
ahead.
thing is that no, go ahead. I'll bring this up later. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this while we was talking about kids. Um, I'm telling you, this hit home for me. We talk about kids because I try to, make if I make mistakes, I try to clear them up and I explain them to my kids. Whatever everybody think about me, I'm still human. Um, I'm,
Yeah.
I'm your dad, but I'm human. So I'm still figuring this out too. And it gives me a greater appreciation for my parents because when our parents was, we may have judged our parents when they were our age for whatever you felt you did have or didn't have in
Yeah.
your life. But when you have kids yourself, you see at that same age you judged your parents that you don't even got it all figured out. So what I'm saying is I found it where, when we talk about success in kids, my kids have seen me do so much, and I make sure they get a front row seat to some of the things that
Yeah.
their dad has done. My kids have watched me since Rosie was 1 years old, have a give back to my community. You know what I mean? Go to my baseball, softball camp every year. She's seen me give away things. She's seen her dad be
Yeah.
selfless. She's seen me do things for people. She's seen her dad. She's been there when I've gotten awards and done speeches. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's been there at every turkey drive when we giving away turkeys and doing things of that nature. She's seen her dad cross multiple finish lines when I was running all
But
those
wait,
marathons and stuff like that.
when you cross those finish lines, and I want to bring this up about people who don't have a GED or high school diploma,
Yeah.
think about this. It's not about you getting the high school diploma. Think about how beneficial and how
Yes.
much of a success factor that would be for your kids to have the
Yeah.
ambition to go
Yeah.
do what you did.
Yep.
If the parent did it, they can see that and be like, I'm finna do that.
Yeah. Look. So Rosie doesn't see me run all them races and everything, right? And then after I had my accident, I ran my first half marathon right after that, right? And bro,
Major accident.
my
Almost
ribs was
died.
my ribs was like still messed up, like still broken in certain spots. And I didn't know that until I got to running, but I don't know how to stop once I get started, right? So I'm kind of struggling. I'm not running the same way I was, but I told myself I'm gonna finish.
Yeah.
Bro, when I came through that last stretch, I seen Rosie and she finished running that race with me. You get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
she seen me run before plenty of times. And it's crazy how God worked. Rosie was right there to finish running with her pops. You get what I'm saying? So my kid done
See?
seen her dad do that's success for me.
That's success.
That's success for me. Those type of things, being able to be that role model, not only for other people's kids and in the community, for my own kids. And you seen your dad face
Yeah.
challenges. You know what I'm saying? They've seen their dad go up against things. They've seen their dad
They
make
know the right
mistakes.
way
And
to,
they've
yeah,
yeah, exactly, bro.
that's
That's
success.
success. That's success. And that's
Yes.
deep. That's
It can
deep.
get real deep like that. And
It can.
this is what I was gonna bring up. A lot of people talk about Kanye, right? Kanye West, Easy, right? I was talking to Chelsea about this the other day, and I want to know what people think about this. Because a lot of people will be thinking like, or like when people commit suicide, like that's rich and famous, whatever.
Yes.
And they look at him and they say, like, Kanye is a perfect example. They look at him and say, man, he worth $1 billion, he got this, he got that. He's successful. So y'all think he's successful. But to Kanye, he feel like and I know this one for a fact. He feel like he's not successful in the point where he didn't get the rights he had that he's supposed to get for the Adidas, his shoes, right? He's fighting for that. That's hurting him. And
Right.
this is what I mean. Even though his shoes out, he's popular like that, but like his level of success is I want to own this brand entirely. I created this. My stamp is on this, and he can't get that. So I be telling people all the time that You got to understand how your success path is laid out. But on the path to it, you're gonna hit milestones. And guess what? You don't when you on a race, you don't just stop at mile one. You
Mm.
see what I'm saying? When you out there running, I'm sure some days you at the gym, you working, you might work some extra hours. Why? Because at the end of your shift, you feeling good. Let's go. You said I could pick up some more. Let's go. I'm going again. You can't cut your destination short just because you hit a milestone. If you got the juice, you got to keep going.
Hey, listen, just we talk about keep going. Just today, I always tell you I wish I could have a GoPro on my head. I probably done had like 5 or 6 meetings, been in cars, going different places, whatever else, done had, man, luncheons, different things. I'm talking about I done probably did about 10 things today. And I called Alex in the middle of it. And I was like, man, I still got to do this, that. I was like, I hype myself up. I say, I'm a bad man. And I ain't done yet.
Yeah.
I say, I still got to do the podcast tonight. We still got to go live. I say, you know what I'm saying? I went in there,
Yeah.
hurry up, changed my clothes, got ready for this. You know what I mean? I love that, bro. I love, so whenever I go in the room at the end of tonight and I lay down on that pillow, I didn't leave nothing on the table.
You can't leave nothing on the
I
table.
didn't leave nothing on the table. That's success. That's victory in that.
We
You understand
fight,
what I'm saying?
we fight to get a seat at the table. And like I said before, just because you at the table don't mean you a diner. But when you get the seat at the table, take advantage of it. Don't leave no chips on the table. And what I'm saying is when we get out these situations, these dire situations, the reason why you got out of the situation you was in before anyway is because you was in a state of despair.
Yes.
Despair means you just in a state where you suffering. So you ain't had no choice but to get out of that situation. Now you out of that. Don't think that your next stop that you get to out of despair is like your golden position.
Mm-hmm.
That's not it. That was just the prelude to what you finna get if you keep going. That's why I don't like when people. I personally don't like it. I mean, I know everybody say what their level of success is, but your level of success can't be the first stop out of your area of despair. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Your area of success, your definition of success, cannot be the first stop out of your area of despair.
Because that was just, I get exactly what you're saying. It's got to be what you do after that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what you had your mindset on and what you get after that. Okay, it should always be something else. I tell people that all the time. Um, I'm it's always going to be something else I'm going to be pushing towards. There's always going to be a next thing. You understand? So, you know, a guy that do my taxes, I know how to do my own taxes. I go to him to do my taxes, not even for taxes. He's a very knowledgeable man. I'm talking, he's my financial guru. Like, he's made a lot of smart investments. Everything he's talked to me about, he's an older black man named Charles, and it's helped me out. I remember when I first started making real money and I was getting hit on my taxes real hard. He taught me how to shelter my income. He told me, man, go buy you a house. He was the first person, man, go buy you a house and then come back and do this and different things of that nature. But the other day when we were talking, and Charles is probably 70 some years old. His health ain't the best, but the guy is smart. He moved from California. He's made great investments. He's sitting on some real bread. And you wouldn't even know it, but he is. But what I will say this, and this is something that stuck with us when we were home. He's 70 something years old and made all these smart investments. And this is something I want everybody out there to understand. He told us. He said there's 2 times in his life where he thought he had enough money saved to where he didn't have to do nothing else. There's 2 different times in his life that he thought he was set. You get what I'm saying? And kind of got complacent, kind of started chilling or whatever. And then life started lifing and stuff happened, whether it's health things with health bills or something else. And that money gone, that couple $100,000 or whatever you thought you had, whatever amount you got, you think you straight, it all gets gone. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Family needs something, you need to buy something, or life just life, man, whatever it is. And that stuck with me because that's like, man, that's how I think. Like, I would never think that I got enough to be set. So I'd be careful saying that. But what I'm saying is, this is somebody that's touched a lot of money and done a lot of successful things and caught himself, being complacent at times.
I call that getting caught with your pants down.
Exactly. Exactly. And he's
This,
able to tell me, right? He's a
yeah,
smart guy, but he's able to tell me because he don't want me, to make that same mistake. You
yeah.
understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm
People,
saying? You come in, he be like, "What's up, big money?" You come in there,
yeah,
oh, but this big money right here. What's up, big money? But he's telling you some real stuff. Like, okay, no matter what this piece of paper say you done made or whatever you doing, what you got
yeah.
going, don't do like I did. Keep going, keep going, keep going. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I don't like it. I don't, and people. This is another perfect example about retirement. Don't you know that this is a trick on the society? Why do we want to slave? I'm calling it because I'm doing it too. Slave, save, retire, and run out of money. Why does that
Man,
make sense? Slave, save, retire, run out of money. Don't you know people run out of, listen, you're putting a bet on yourself that the money you save for retirement, you're not gonna outlive it. And people do it all the time because why? The cost of living go up. They not telling you about the medical expenses. That you got to pay almost full throttle for your medical bills. And guess what? Your health, they charge you more as you get older. If you went out and got a life insurance policy on yourself, I got like 3 on me. The older I get, they charge me more for it.
mm-hmm.
So how does that make sense? I'm gonna retire, and then when I get to that age, you want to charge me more. So I'm gonna run through my retirement, then I'm gonna have to go back to work. No, I'm finna do it right now. I'm finna take all the risks right now,
Yes, I want it
calculated
right now.
risk, and I'm
Yep,
I'm trying to get rich right now.
yep. I
So I
want
don't
to
have to
enjoy it
worry
now.
about that. I need it now. I need everything right now on the table.
Well, look, and I tell people before we wrap this up, that mindset right there, that right now mentality is, you got to understand when you come from unideal situations, when you've seen death in many different ways, right?
And we don't
You,
even live that long in minority.
yeah,
Sorry to
that's what
cut
I'm
you off, but
saying.
it's crazy
So,
because we don't even live that long
so why
for
would I?
retirement.
So why would I talk about when I'm gonna be 65 when it's a
We
lot
don't
of people
see
ain't get to
people.
see,
Come
bro.
on,
It's
man. It
yeah,
don't make
it
sense.
don't make sense to me at all. It don't make sense to me at all. I can't get with it. Um, Look at Rosie. Rosie, Rosie done jumped on that.
Yeah.
Y'all are speaking facts. Yeah, you need to go to
Facts.
bed soon too. It is. Yeah.
Let's
Let's
get
wrap it
this
up.
in before. Yeah. So the key takeaway: your definition of success should be shaped by your own values and aspirations rather
Yes.
than external expectations. Don't let nobody else influence your level of success. I'm saying it because I want you to get better. That doesn't
Hmm.
mean that what you see me doing, what I got, you should try to get what I got. No, take your route and be better.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing. I want to expound upon that. Figure out the definition of success for yourself. Apply the principles.
Yep.
Dedicate yourself to time and everything, and go get it. Understand what's for one person may not be for you, but there is something out there for you. So it's up to you to go get it. Stop talking about it. Stop making excuses.
Yep.
Stop feeding, letting people deter you from it. You know what I mean? I don't care where you from. I don't care what you got stacked up against you. I don't care what you got going, what you don't got going. Hey, life is not promised. Tomorrow not promised. 65, 75 years of age is not promised. Man, go get it. So you know what I mean? I would just tell everybody that, we're gonna keep this thing going. Make sure that you continue to like,
Yeah.
share, subscribe. Um, Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channels and everything, because we're gonna keep bringing the heat. What you got for him, bro? Before we wrap it up,
The
because I know
action
we,
item, because I'm
yeah,
I'm like that.
yeah,
So look, hold
yeah,
on, G White. Hold on.
yeah.
So
Go ahead.
look, action item. Think about the following. Okay. Personal development, professional development, and relationships. Write down what you envision success to be in each
Hmm.
area. We didn't talk about relationships a lot, but these 3 things is relevant in everybody's life. And
Yeah.
relationships extend from the person you with to the business relationships to people helping you and mentoring you. Think of all those areas, all 3 of those areas, and write down what you envision success to be. And when you do this, you might, I promise, some of these people might write this down, be like, dang, that's my level of success. I got to get it. I got to do something better than this. And that's what I
Yeah.
want people to do.
Put it in front of your face, like I always tell y'all. Write it down, see it, be honest about it, make adjustments that you know you need to make.
Yeah.
Keep it a buck with yourself. So We're gonna wrap this thing up, man. It's IOU Redemption Podcast. Again, we're gonna hit you with new episodes every Monday and every Wednesday. We right here
For
uh
sure.
hitting you with the live. And we love the comments, we love the questions, we love the feedback, y'all. We love this is
Yes.
just a conversation where we consider family. So you know what I'm saying? We signing out, man. Your boy G White. We out.
Do not be conformed to the ways of this world. Big speaker.
G White.